If you ever want to be successful in your life, you gotta like yourself. Welcome to McBain Moments. Alright, as always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Make sure you take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Also, if you want to support my work, please consider becoming a patron. Go to patreon.com/JulianMcBain, links in the description, and that gives you a copy of The Modern Entropian for digital download. It's my newest ebook, and I'll be producing more ebooks as the year goes by. Okay. If you want to be successful, gotta like yourself. And that's tough for a lot of us, because most people don't like themselves. It's true. Think about it. How much do you actually like you? Most people will take better care of their pets than they do themselves. I'm going to say that again. Most people take better care of their pets than they do themselves. How's your diet? Do you drink enough water? How much alcohol do you drink every night? Do you look in the mirror and do you like what you see? How self-critical are you? If you think about it, the majority of us are subsumed by our own inadequacies, by our regrets, by the pain that we feel over things that we wished we had done in the past but failed to. Here's the thing. You can't change the past. It's completely immutable. But you can't change your future. The future is always changeable. The fact is, the majority of people never move out of the situation they're in because they don't want to put forth the effort. And that's a harsh reality to face. It's easier to blame. It's easier to accuse. And the situation you're in may not even be your fault. That is totally legit. The situation you're in may not be your fault. Or a good chunk of it may not be your fault. But that doesn't mean you're not the one responsible to fix it. Fault and responsibility are different. I've said it before. So, it's on you to take responsibility for yourself and figure out what it'll take to take that next step. But the first step to moving out of whatever situation you're in is figuring out how to like yourself. Jordan Peterson puts it, treat yourself as someone you are responsible for helping. And so, this is something that all of us can do better. I don't care where you are in your life. I don't care what walk of life you're in. You could be dirt poor, or you could be the richest person alive. All of us can do things to make sure that we don't hate ourselves. Because there are rich people who don't like themselves very much. I've met some of them. I've met several of them. There are people with no money at all that do like themselves, and because of that, at some point, they're going to climb out of it. They're going to overcome the circumstances that they're in. And it doesn't matter what situation you're in, you can always change it. It's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. It's going to mean overcoming the thought processes that have been ingrained into your life. It's going to mean overcoming habits you have built for yourself. And some of those habits were built as a means to protect yourself. But really, those protective mechanisms, those habits, are what's keeping you in a holding pattern. Safety means you're not growing. Comfort means you're not growing. And the most uncomfortable thing to do is to look yourself in the mirror and figure out why you don't like yourself. And then even worse than that, to figure out why you should like yourself. So, in this video, I'm giving you an assignment. That's right, I'm giving you an assignment. And I expect it to be fulfilled. For those of you I actually know in person, because I know several of you, I want to see it the next time I see you. Go to a store, any office supply store, wherever you live, and buy a college-ruled notebook. And buy a pen that you only plan to use in this notebook. That part's important. It's very important. There is a mindset to this. There is a mental mechanism that clicks into place when you only write in a notebook with a certain pen, and that pen is only used to write in that notebook. Or its successor notebooks. You're going to buy a college-ruled notebook and a pen. You can always scratch out mistakes, but they're going to stay there. I want you to find 5 things that you like about yourself and write them in that notebook. 5. And then I want you to take 3 things you don't like about yourself and write them on the next page. 5 things you like about yourself, 3 things you don't like about yourself. Then below those 3 things on the second page, you're going to pick one, and you're going to list 3 things you can do to overcome it, to make that piece go away, or to develop a skill to overcome that weakness. And then I want you to comment all of that below, if you want to. That I'm not going to force. I can't force it, but I'm not going to push. If you feel you can share it, comment it below. At least the 5 things you like about yourself. I do want to see those if you have the gumption. And then look through it. These 5 things I like about myself. These are 3 things I want to correct. This is the most important one to me, and these are 3 things I can do to change it. Because that's the first step. And what's the next step? Well, the next step starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's Entropia Universe video, The Tough Love, starts coming out. It's a think piece. And it's a tough think piece. But I want you to watch it, even if Entropia Universe isn't your thing. I think it's worth it. Guys, we all can do better. And if we think that we aren't the ones responsible for where we are, we're fooling ourselves. So take a moment, reflect, and take that first step to your best life. This has been a McBain moment.